When the Triumvirate recruits your party to retrieve an ancient weapon, completing the mission might be the deadliest mistake you ever make. Welcome back to another DireLands fantasy campaign setting video. Today we are taking a deep dive into a comprehensive campaign module pitch titled Implements of War. This narrative arc is tailored specifically for advanced Dungeons & Dragons, though as with everything in DireLands, you can easily adapt these beats to your preferred dark fantasy system. Running a story like this in classic AD&D brings a uniquely brutal, resource-heavy, and unforgiving tone to your table. We're talking strict encumbrance, harsh attrition, lethal combat positioning, and dark fantasy espionage where a single bad choice leaves the party dead in an icy ravine. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through the overarching narrative arc, the key faction dynamics, and how you as a dungeon master can build a high-stakes campaign that moves seamlessly from political intrigue and Bressus straight into subterranean horror and cosmic dread. At its core, Implements of War is built around a high-stakes heist, espionage, and recovery operation. The campaign opens with the party secretly recruited by a proxy envoy representing the Triumvirate of Bressus. Their official mission sounds straightforward enough. Travel far into the north, infiltrate secret fortified laboratories run by the Galix, a faction of secretive war engineers, and recover stolen military schematics. What the players are not told, however, is that these schematics are not written on parchment. They exist within a sentient 8-inch cosmic construct known as the Globe of Dubh-Chreideamh. Created by the secretive Xi'an Order, this orb is powered directly by the residual radioactive essence of the Dubh-Chreideamh. To keep the tension high, the entire campaign operates on a strict clock. A critical lunar alignment is fast approaching in 1 year's time, meaning the Triumvirate needs the artifact recovered immediately. To make matters worse, a rival mercenary company, secretly working for the Xi'an Order, is tracking the party's every step, ready to ambush them the moment they slip up. The campaign ignites in the nation of Bressus under the gloomy backdrop of a public execution. Alleged spies are hanged in the square to remind the populace who holds the power. Amidst the chaos, a veiled proxy envoy approaches the party in a dim back room, handing over passage maps through dwarven territory and offering a fortune in gold to recover the Galix schematics. But as the heroes step out into the alleyways, they spot shadowy figures trailing them, introducing the rival mercenary faction right out of the gate. To travel north into Galix territory, the party must first cross the dwarven kingdom of Granzier. Negotiating safe passage requires political finesse, but the true nightmare lies in the forbidden Undermountain. In AD&D, this section is a masterclass in claustrophobic dungeon crawling. The tunnels are infested with orcish aberrations, horrific crossbreeds spawned from historical dwarven enslavement. Light management, rations, door wedging, and tight corridor choke points will determine whether the party survives or gets torn apart in the dark. Emerging from the subterranean depths, the party steps out onto the lethal glaciers of the northern wilderness. Blizzards, thin ice crevasses, and frostbite threaten to grind their resources down. Here they encounter the Dubh-Chreideamh clan, a neutral tribe of ice barbarians. To earn safe passage and acquire mammoth transports across the snow, the heroes must prove their strength by helping the clan hunt down a massive, mutated aberrant polar bear that has been slaughtering their hunting parties. With mammoth mounts secured, the party presses toward the first Galix facility, only to find it completely gutted from the inside out by failed biological experiments. As they salvage clues pointing to a secondary base, the Globe of Dubh-Chreideamh begins to exert its influence from afar. The party starts suffering from collective hallucinations, unexplained auroras in the sky, and subtle mental manipulations, dropping early hints that they aren't just hunting technology, they are hunting an entity of cosmic horror. The climax begins with a tense infiltration of the secondary Galix stronghold, packed with magical wards, mechanical traps, and elite guards. Deep in the facility, the players finally lay eyes on the globe. The moment they touch it, the truth hits them. The globe is alive. It speaks with an alien, unsettling consciousness, whispering forbidden secrets of the Witch Queen directly into their minds. To make matters worse, an NPC insider who offered to help them infiltrate the base turns out to be an assassin assigned to eliminate the party once the artifact is secured. What follows is a white-knuckle escape sequence across collapsing glaciers and roaring avalanches, with Gallic's retaliatory squads and the rival mercenary group closing in from both sides. If the party survives the trek back to Bressis, they arrive at the campaign's moral boiling point. When the players return to present the orb, the Triumvirate's true motives are exposed. This presents a complicated moral choice the players must make, which showcases the bitter realities of nations at war and the complications you must face. Will you accept the task and collect the globe? What will the Triumvirate do once they have it in their keeping? Only your home campaign can answer these questions, as the future of these Direlands are in your hands. Thank you for watching today's DireLands Fantasy Campaign Setting episode. Subscribe and ring the bell if you're new to the channel. Don't forget to click the like button and comment to let others learn about this system-agnostic, dark fantasy tabletop role-playing game campaign setting. I'd like to invite you to become a patron on Patreon, remind you that you can join my actual plays and get $10 by signing up to StartPlaying.games, and even pick up other tabletop role-playing games using my affiliate link in the description below. Thank you to creator patrons Aaron Hardy and D. Robert Handy, producer patron David Galindo, and developer patrons Chris Androu and Sam Ruiz. And as always, remember that evil spelled backwards is live. So get out there and be evil.